Oh my God, my hair looks insane. I dyed it the other day and I missed a spot, but we're not gonna focus on that today, all right? Hello, my spooky friends. Today, we are going to be doing a makeup, get ready with me tutorial. It's like none of those things though. We're going to be doing a look lightly based off of the queen herself, Cindy Lou Who. I know, I should have said Dolly Parton because that's the only name that should come after that statement. But today we are doing a look based off of Cindy Lou Who because it's freaking Christmas time. I get called Cindy Lou Who, or I get told I look like Cindy Lou Who many times on TikTok. I thought it was so appropriate for me to do a Cindy Lou Who look whilst talking about the Grinches of Christmas. If you have noticed this Band-Aid, this lovely little accessory I have on my finger, it's not the same wound from making my Creepmas tree. It's actually a new one. So I said I'm gonna turn the camera off so that I can focus and not cut myself, and look what I went and did anyway. Because I got a package the other day and I cut it open like a Neanderthal. So, anyway, talking about the baddies or the Grinches of Christmas, which, by the way, fun fact, while we put on our lotion, I was looking up if the Grinch himself was inspired by any like folklore or, you know, monsters or whatever of the winter. Dr. Seuss was actually inspired by himself. Basically, he had been hating or starting to hate Christmas lately, and his wife was a huge, loved Christmas, was obsessed, and he was just becoming really like stressed by it all, which I'm right there with you, Seuss. He is basically the Grinch. Dr. Seuss is the Grinch in that. So I thought that was pretty fun to learn. Let's put our hair back because my hair is so like wispy and in the way. It's just, that's not gonna work. I found these clips. I dug them out because I felt like Cindy would love them. They're little pearls, and I feel like she would absolutely wear these. We are going to be doing a very neutral look today. Cindy, of course, is a little girl, so her face is not caked. We will be doing long lashes. I'm not gonna do anything like eyeshadow crazy, light and bright and like rosy cheeked. So that's the plan. Do we wanna do eyes first? Yeah, let's do our eyes first. I'm gonna be using some e.l.f. putty. So the first baddie that we are going to be talking about, I would love to talk about Krampus. Krampus is amazing. He's the shadow to Santa and previously Saint Nick. But I feel like Krampus is he's talked about a lot. I feel like there's so much stuff out there about Krampus, but there's not a lot of stuff about other characters. And there are a lot of really fun ones. So I thought, let's talk about a couple that you might have not known about, or maybe you've heard of them, but you just don't know a lot about. And I thought that we could start with Grýla. Grýla, the Icelandic giantess. Fun fact, I did not know that her name was pronounced Grýla until like 2 days ago. I thought it was Grýla this whole time, and I saw someone pronounce it Grýla, and I was like, oh, Grýla. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh, I'm the idiot. We're gonna call her Grýla today. If that's wrong, feel free to leave it in the comments, especially if you're from Iceland. Let me know. So Grýla is described as essentially ugly. There's a lot of different descriptions of her, but she's pretty ugly. She's got moles, she's got a big nose, she lives in a cave in the mountains. And she also has a couple of husbands. Well, she's had several husbands. The one she supposedly got bored with and ate him. So, kind of a Black Widow situation going on. But eating humans is kind of her thing, because Grýla essentially comes down from the mountains and puts naughty children in her sack, takes them home, and puts them in her cauldron if they've been bad, and she eats them. So if you are a bad kid in Iceland, you better be wary of Grýla's cauldron, her pot, because she be cooking some
little bitties in there.
Grýla has many children, and I'm so sorry, I'm not gonna try to pronounce these names because God help me. If I got Grýla wrong, I'm not even gonna try, but I will put the names, I'll put them on the screen. But basically, Grýla had several children with her two husbands, and those are known as the Yule lads. And the Yule lads are, oh goodness, they're just these mischievous little stinkers, and each of them do different things. So we have like the sausage stealer. A lot of them steal. That's kind of the general theme, is they like to steal. I'm gonna add some powder to the lids. But basically, they are not like, they're not gonna eat you, they're not gonna kill you, but they're gonna give you a headache, that's for sure. You're supposed to put your shoes, an empty shoe, on your windowsill, and the Yule lads will either put candy, or I don't know if they put little presents in your shoe, but if you're good, they leave you candy, and if you're bad, they leave you a rotten potato. I'd rather have the candy. Now, if you thought that the Grýla clan was over, you are sadly mistaken. I'm moving on to my brows, by the way. I feel like I should probably mention what I'm doing, even though this isn't really a tutorial. I don't know if you would call it her pet, but we have the Yule cat. I'm using this pomade by KVD in medium brown. So we have the Yule cat. The Yule cat is this giant cat that towers over houses and peeks through your windows. Yeah. And the Yule cat is essentially the most intense Project Runway. Wait, would it be Project Runway? Or would it be America's Next Top Model? The Yule cat judges your outfits. It judges your clothes. And if you did not get any new outfits or clothes this Christmas, your dinner. It's dinner time, and
You are the menu.
the Yule cat is not super picky. You don't need to be sporting a new tux or anything, but it better at least be socks. People believe that the origin of the Yule cat was kind of to encourage people to give clothing to the needy, the less fortunate. So that's a pretty good motive. He lives up in the mountains as well. Pretty sure with Grýla and her husband. the one that's still alive. And so that is Grýla, the Yule cat, and the Yule lads. They're a fun trio, the little three musketeers. So the next Grinch of Christmas that we are going to talk about is Belschnickel.
Belschnickel.
Funny enough, I didn't think that Belschnickel was real. I am an avid watcher of The Office, and Dwight is my favorite character of all time. And so in that episode, when he dresses up as Belschnickel, I thought it was just a Dwight-themed character that they came up with for fun. But no, Belschnickel is totally a real character derived also from Germany. I think it's Bells and then Nickel. And Bells means fur, and Nickel is Saint Nick. So basically it translates to like a furry Saint Nick, which he basically is. Belschnickel is a fur pelt covered, big beard. He essentially goes around, talks to little kids, and is like, hey, have you been, what does Dwight say, impish?
Impish or admirable?
I forget what he says. I know impish. I remember impish, but I forget the opposite.
Impish or admirable?
But yeah, he basically goes around and asks children if they've been naughty or nice. And if they've been naughty, they get a switch. They get an old switch from the birch branches that he carries. The good children, however, will receive any little sweet treat that Belschnickel happens to have in his sack, which he carries with him. Unlike the Yule lads, the Yule cat, Belschnickel is a loner. He likes to visit the children's homes alone and kind of peer through windows, and he'll burst through the door apparently. You're just enjoying a nice night with your family, and then this furry man bursts through your door. Goodness gracious. I'm going to go into this Lucky Charms palette. I'm going to use this neutral tone. Cereal milk? Cereal milk. I'm just kind of patting this in. Nothing too crazy. I'm gonna use this LA Girl brown liner. I'm gonna do brown because it's more subtle, more neutral. I usually always do my black, but this is just it's gonna be a lot more subtle. I usually don't use pencil. We are now going to, I did a little wing there. Oh my God, how cute. Yes. So now we're gonna move on to the lashes, the best part. I was not able to find like Whoville lashes, but these ones are very wispy. So here are the lashes. We're gonna put some glue on these puppies and get that mascara going. The next folklore I'm going to talk about is interesting. It is a Welsh tradition, and it is called the, here we go, Mari Lwyd, or the zombie horse. So what is the zombie horse? Essentially, what I gathered from research is that it is not an actual believed creature, which, correct me if I'm wrong, if you are Welsh or if you just know a lot about the tradition, let me know in the comments if this is wrong. So the celebration of this tradition takes place between Christmas and New Year's. And it's basically men dress up as a horse, and while carolers are out and about singing Christmas carols, this horse is said to be walking around town accompanied by several men, and they go to each house and knock on the door and ask for entry. And the horse is, it's basically, it's a horse's skull that's decorated with like ribbons and all sorts of things. And then behind the skull is a sheet that a bunch of men are under. And so it's basically a makeshift horse. While these men are at the door, they are supposedly singing. So they sing to the people behind the door, like, hey, can we get entry? Can we get entry? The homeowners, they have to basically come up with an excuse as to why, like, no, we don't want you in our house. And as soon as they can't come up with an excuse, it's basically like a battle. And then once you run out of excuses, you have to let the horse in. Once again, if someone knows way more about this tradition, let me know. I'll try to provide links if I can find them. Once he enters the home, he apparently just wreaks all sorts of havoc and knocks over things and scares children. I mean, of course it scares children. Like, it's a horse skull. I'm going in with this Nyx. But yeah, it wreaks all sorts of havoc. It knocks over things. It scares the kids. But it brings good luck. I think it represents death and rebirth. I'm pretty sure. Feel free to correct me in the comments, because this one I am a little bit stumped on, because I don't know if this is based on a character from folklore, like an actual horse that they believed in, or if it's just a fun tradition. It's coming into your house, causing all sorts of havoc, but it's bringing you, it's a sign of good luck. It's like, oh, my house was chosen. It sounds like it's an honor to be chosen, but it's just like a pain, Look at those wispos. I put it way too close into here. I could take it off and redo it, but I don't feel like it. Okay. So now on to foundation. I'm just gonna dab some. I was going to move on to Jack Frost because he's a very fun character, but I don't consider him like a Grinch. And when I say Grinch in this, I mean just like a naughty type figure, like just associated with gruffness, I guess. But yeah, I'll include Jack Frost in this because he's not bad. He doesn't dole out punishment, but he's a little mischievous. He's a mischievous little guy. And basically he is the personification of winter. A variant of Old Man Winter. And he's responsible for that little nip at your nose when you're outside and it's cold. And most people don't really want Jack Frost around because, winter is here. So, I guess he might not be bad or a punisher, but I guess most people see winter as a punishment in its own way, which I disagree. I've really come to, well, I shouldn't say I've really come to, I've actually always loved winter, but I went through a phase where I didn't like it. I think I was like a teenager, and I've since come around. I've really started to love the season again. I just think it's so pretty. I just love the white covering. I love the quietness. Oh my gosh, there's nothing that makes me like more excited than waking up and looking out, opening your window, and it's white. Everything is covered, and it's just so quiet and still. It's my favorite, and I love bundling up. I love wearing sweaters. So I don't really see Jack Frost as a menace. I see him as bringing a new season. So, but anyway, Jack Frost, symbolism of winter. I'm going to now go in with more of this pressed powder for the face. Okay, once this is all smooth, I'm gonna go in with the blush, which that's like one of the most important parts of Cindy Lou. I'm gonna dip in here. This is a Tarte blush that I've had way longer than I want to admit. Oh, but she works. Let me tell you, she works. Got those rosy cheeks. Get a little bit more. Oh, she's so cute. I'm looking at an image of her on my desk. Okay, she's definitely got the apples. Okay, now we do the nose. The nose is very important. Okay, I got my highlighter now. I have once again, a product that you don't want to know how long. It's the Naked Illuminated. Okay. So Cindy she definitely has like a shine on her little cheeks. And she definitely has it on her nose. She has a huge shine on her nose. I'm sorry if you can see the light behind me. That is what happens when you have a mirror. Oh yeah, look at that. Boop-a-doop. Nose highlighted. And now I'm gonna go in the inner corners of my eyes just with my finger. I don't need anything crazy. I have this new lipstick from Juvia's Place, which could not recommend this brand more. It's incredible. In the shade Mademoiselle. How cute is that? Oh, what a perfect shade. Okay, I am pretty much done with the makeup, and I'm gonna change first so that I don't have to change with a wig on, and then I'm gonna do the hair. The hair is one of the best parts. Also, my husband brought me some hot cocoa. Look at these marshies. Let's talk about our last character, which I feel is the most terrifying, besides Krampus. If I would have talked about Krampus, this is a close second. Putting the wig cap on. Hold on. The stupid hair. So I cut bangs into this wig. Bangs as, an attempt to look more like Cindy Lou, because she has those adorable little, those iconic bangs. And I tried to make side swept bangs, and it didn't work out. But that's okay. I mean, whatever. If you watched Pretty Little Liars and you remember that Halloween special, do you remember the wig? Do you remember the wig that Allison De Laurentiis wore? That's what this wig looks like to me. Literally. Oh my God. Anyway, so I'm gonna have these pinned down for a little bit, and then we are going to work on the braiding and all that. The last character I wanted to bring up was... I'm gonna call her the the Christmas witch because her name, it's like Frau Perchta? Yeah, I am so sorry. She comes from a similar region as Krampus, which is the Alpine region. And she is depicted as real scary looking. Just kind of this monstrous looking thing with like a metal nose. Like she looks like a classic witch with the big nose, but I read somewhere that it said metal. She's very neat and tidy, which is like the opposite of her appearance because she's like always in rags and whatever. But anyway, she goes around town and checks in on homes, making sure that they're neat and tidy and if people got their work done. She's very big on cleanliness and chores and getting the work done, especially the wool. She is big on getting that wool spun. So if she visits your house and you have a bunch of unspun wool, she is gonna freak out. So much so that she might cut you open and remove your insides and put straw in there instead. She's usually traveling between Christmas and January 6th. And she will also have her entourage with her. She does not travel alone. They have the fangs. They're the more like Krampusy looking type people. So she's just all sorts of scary. I just... What about that? Okay, see, look at the clips kind of worked, right? Right? I just wanted side swept bangs. Just kind of like cute little curtain. Like a curtain bang situation. And look what I did. Where's my brush? I just need to take the back of my wig here. Ugh. And get something in there. Ugh. I've acquired this plastic cup at the bottom of it, so I'm hoping I can just kind of place that. I definitely have enough hair. I think that's why I'm getting annoyed, is it's like... Okay. Ugh, and the cup is like so slippery. So that doesn't help. Alright, I need back hair. I don't care what you look like from the back. It doesn't matter. But that's also an annoying thing about wigs is just the sheer amount of hair that is given is ridiculous. Okay. That's looking like something. Just gotta tighten it. When I tell you that all the blood left my hands. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're freaking in business, man. Look at that. Okay, so now let's do a little ribbon. Oh my god. How did the Who's do this? This is insanity. Okay. Whoop. Get out of here. Oh yeah. Okay, so now we have 2 braids. Maybe we could do braids like right here. Oh, get out of here. Get out. we are just gonna pin it. We are just gonna do this. Yep. Like such. And pin that. I need to lower. Come on. Oh my God. Looking cute. Hi. I added another bow. I had an extra and I thought, let's slap on another one. I love the Who looks. They're so fun and festive. I hope that you enjoyed this fun and kooky, this fun video. I hope that you enjoyed me doing my Who look and that you enjoyed listening about weird like baddies, these baddies of Christmas. I'll put some links below that I was, you know, looking at and getting my information from. And then you can read up on them if you'd like. If there's anything that I talked about that was wrong or I had information wrong or whatever, feel free to educate me in the comments, to correct me, whatever. I don't ever want to be spreading a misinformation, so feel free to correct me in the comments. And I hope that you are having a festive and fun Christmas holiday season. If you wanna see more of me and you wanna be a part of this fun and creepy, kooky journey, feel free to hit that subscribe button. I post videos weekly and I would love to have you part of the spooky family. And feel free to give this video a like. It really helps me out. Leave a comment. I love chit-chatting. I love talking to you guys in the comments. So I hope you have a spooky, spectacular rest of your week. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.